Alright, now we're going to have a look at a gambit. Gambit, according to me, or in my opinion, Gambit and Tech Crunch are probably the two of the easiest maps in the whole game. You actually got to kind of make a mistake not to solo one of these bases. They're so simple. So here we are on a choke point, and I just did this Gambit that we're going to review and take a look at. See, I lost a whole 7 Zukas. It's probably because it's 2 a.m. and I'm sleepy. Okay. Gambit. Gambit is pretty much usually always the similar layout with just a mixture of different defenses sometimes. And you're always going to have a couple of defenses down here by the core that you have to deal with. Because as you know, we don't care about cannons and some of these slow shooting single shot defenses that critters can take care of for a while. But the way to do it is sometimes it's a hot landing. Sometimes you'll have a rocket here, and you have to maybe boost your GBE masterpiece just to have enough GBE for the smoke and a shock up top, because whenever it's a hot landing, you're going to use probably five more smokes than you typically would, and they start to get expensive up there. But what we'll do is we're going to clear with an artillery these 3 mines, and we're going to use one more artillery to clear these 3 mines to make our path. Because I think most everybody knows. So if you don't know, Tech Crunch and Gambit look really similar. They're laid out quite similarly, and but Tech Crunch is a shielded base, whereas Gambit is not. And Gambit always has these power cells. Why is this not working? Oh, we're on the replay. Yeah, it has these power cells, and the defenses on the left side are all the way up against the wall. We're on Tech Crunch. You don't have these power cells. It's wide open down here, and the defenses on this far left side are about 3 or 4 tiles over. So there's a gap along the left side. They're not up against the wall. So the way to go on Tech Crunch is we always go to the left around the wall up here to this corner, and on Gambit we clear a couple of these mines with some artilleries and we go straight up. Just the way it's laid out, because the way the defenses are oriented on Tech Crunch, because everything shifted several tiles to the right. The second row of defenses here, whenever you try to go straight up on a Tech Crunch, makes your girls walk really funny. You're not going to be very successful most of the time. So we just go left on Tech Crunch, and we go straight up on Gambit, and clear these mines. And a lot of people, now whenever you flare, we're going to do a flare landing on the beach to get our girls nice and tight. And a lot of people like to just go ahead and flare up I see people flaring up to the corner up here straight from the beach. The long flare, which I believe in long flares, and I like long flares, except for in this instance, it makes me nervous. That I'm going to hit some mines with the long flare. So I always do a short flare right in between the mines to make sure all my girls go in between these mines, and then I'll throw the long flare. And then a tip, you'll see that I do, let's see, I'm going to clear 3 mines, unload. Come on, Bobby. Okay. We're going to do the unload, and whenever I get almost to my flare, I'm going to throw my short flare before they start to spread. Keep them nice and tight. Short flare. And delay the hero, like I always say, to make sure she don't outrun it. And I always want to make sure you throw that second flare before they reach that first flare, because you don't want them to spread. You want them to keep moving. And now because you have mortars and you can gap your smokes a little bit here, it's not going to hurt them if they peak a little bit, so you don't have to really overlap your smokes. Now what you'll see here is this is what I do to recommend to save a lot of GB on TechCrunch and Gambit. Is this is going to be my last smoke. I'm just going to throw a shock. Don't throw a smoke in the corner. Just shock the defense, and whenever the girls walk out of the smoke, they're attacking. It saves whenever you're walking to the backs of these maps, TechCrunches and Gambit, when you can do that, it saves a ton of GBE not throwing that last smoke, because the smokes are getting expensive at that point. So you just, whenever the girls are about to come out from under that last smoke, just shock the defenses you need, and don't throw that last smoke and let them settle and wait. And it saves time and it saves GBE. So that's what I recommend. Do it.